Hello, my name is Charlie. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video. I thought it best to introduce myself, lay out the reasons which have influenced my decision to start creating content and the type of content that I'm gonna be posting. So I'm 19 years old. I'm just finishing my first year of university. I'm sitting exams at the moment. I am studying physics at the University of Manchester. I'm from Derry in Northern Ireland originally. My main goal in life is to glorify God, and whatever that may mean, and I try to live in accordance with that aim to the best of my ability. I'm not very good at it, but that's the goal. So I think it would be good to set the paradigm in this first video, as by clearly outlining my purpose and my goals with the channel, can help you to determine whether or not this type of content will interest you or benefit you. And it can also help me to hopefully clarify my goals in my own head, and to, I suppose, fortify my decision to put myself through making videos. You might ask, well, what do you mean put yourself through it? Well, I've wanted to create content for a while now, and I've never been able to commit to it because it's scary. It's putting yourself at risk of embarrassment and ridicule. It's scary, and you might ask, well, why are you doing it if it's scary? Well, I've decided that the reasons that I have for creating content are more important than avoiding fear. And so what are the reasons that I believe to be more important to me than avoiding fear? Like I said, I've wanted to start creating content for a while now, and I feel like I now understand why it never worked out before, or why I never committed to it before. It's because the mindset that I was in, the goals that I had with creating content were completely wrong. So 2 to 3 years ago, I started a TikTok account based around gym videos and the like. Never took off, it never lasted long. The point is, it doesn't matter to me that much if it takes off or not anymore, and that's what I'm gonna get to. And like a year ago, I recorded a few videos, but I never posted them. So the reason why I believe that I wasn't consistent with it, and I wasn't able to maintain a commitment to creating content, is because my mindset was completely wrong. The paradigm that I set at the very start was completely wrong. So let's look at it from the perspective that I had a few years ago. It might not have been quite this extreme. I might not have been this naive since I was about 12, but This is a view that many people hold. The idea that influencers just make a video here and there and get rich and famous, that it's all luck, that it's incredibly easy to do. You know, who wouldn't want that lifestyle? Who wouldn't want to just document their daily activities and get paid for it, to not have to work, to get all of this fame and wealth without taking on any responsibility, to get it unearned. Becoming an influencer is easy, right? I mean, all you have to do is get lucky. Like I said, I don't think I was quite that naive. I knew it wasn't easy because the empirical evidence was damning. Why couldn't I do it if it was so easy? I suppose I still believed to a great extent that it was luck that got these influencers to where they were, and that because my aim was to achieve fame and wealth, I couldn't see what I see now, which is that, you know, it is luck. It is luck. Going viral is luck if your aim and your goal is to become famous. Then you have struck it lucky by going viral. This time around, and with this channel, I don't expect to, or I'm not attempting to get famous or become rich. These type of temptations are still massively present for me. Don't get me wrong, I am far from perfect, but I believe that I can stick to creating content this time because I've changed the paradigm. I've changed the fundamental goal, which is driving my desire to post videos. And so what is that goal? What is my aim? Like I said, is to glorify God, whatever that may mean. And you know, I've realized that all those things that I was searching for, with fame and wealth, you know, I was searching for happiness, fulfillment, meaning, contentment, all of these things. You know, I haven't been able to align my actions fully with this belief, but I try my best, to my absolute hardest, to believe that what it says in Matthew 6:33, seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. The idea that you can't get those things by chasing after them. The only way that you can get fulfillment and meaning is by not thinking about them and devoting your life to God. Like I said, this is the hardest thing to align your actions with, and believing it is something that only Christ has ever been able to do. But that's the goal. That's why I've decided to create this channel. With all those temptations of fame and wealth fighting to take control of me. So in keeping with that belief, you could say that I no longer see influencers as particularly lucky. I see their unearned fame, you know, the people who go viral without having put in a substantial amount of work to their videos. You know, there are people out there who do an incomprehensible amount of work to get to where they are, but there are also people who get lucky. I no longer see them as lucky. Well, what I think is a good way to think about it is, with great power comes great responsibility. It's a blessing if you choose to make it one, but it can also be a terrible curse. So essentially, my goal with creating this channel is to try and help others. So glorify God and edify others. So I'm just gonna try and share the things that I have learned throughout my short life, whether that be through my experiences, through books, podcasts, through conversations that I've had with the people around me, just general lessons that I've learned, which I think could be useful to other people as well. If I'm not following that goal, if you see me do something that is misaligned with that aim, please call me out on it, and I will greatly appreciate that, because it is hard to keep yourself in check, and the observations of others are very useful. So, what type of content can you expect on this channel then? For a while now, I have been putting myself in front of a camera and just talking on something, a topic, in an attempt to improve my communication skills and my eloquence, things that are extremely important to my main goal of glorifying God. So it's kind of like just a habit that I tried to do daily. You know, I've been inconsistent with it. I have definitely not done it daily, but that was what I tried to do. But now it's throughout the day. If there's some topic that interests me, that I think, that's interesting, or that's a good point, or, oh, I'd like to talk about that, I just write it down on a page, and then at some point throughout the day, normally in the evening time, I will sit down and just put myself in front of the camera and The time varies, but I've settled on 15 minutes now. I'll just set a timer on my phone for 15 minutes and press record and speak on that topic for 15 minutes. You just have 15 minutes to speak. And it's just on things that interest me. Those videos are very, very rough, so no one would watch them if I posted them straight up. So I'll then go through the video, write out a script and flesh out the ideas more and just expand on them, and then I will go off of that script and create the video. So you'll see videos of that format. And now that I've committed to this goal of edifying others, those topics will more and more align with that aim. Of course, subordinate to the ultimate aim of glorifying God. So you'll see videos of that format. I also believe that diet and training are incredibly important if you wish to be the best version of yourself. So fitness related content is also a possibility. And as the channel progresses, of course, I'll hopefully get better at making videos, and I'll get better at putting my message out there and knowing what is of value to people, and hopefully I'll be able to evolve my channel as I learn. The topics are also, it's hard to understand without looking back on your younger self what is of value to people. It's hard for me to understand the knowledge that I have without looking back at a time where I didn't have that knowledge. You can get into a kind of mindset where you just think, oh, I don't really know anything. Or it's kind of like body dysmorphia, but intellectual dysmorphia. So it's going to be based on me looking back at the lessons that I've learned and what I didn't know before, and the things that I've learned which have been of utility to me. So that is in essence the type of videos that I'm gonna create. Thank you very much for watching. This is kind of just like a nice reference video. Hopefully you'll, after watching this video, you might see what else I have to offer. Peace. God bless.